Good evening. Welcome to the Rich Series Presents. No announcement. I'm your host, Mo Rich. Today I want to speak about the state of the United States and the things that we see are happening throughout the world and the United States have put themselves in. Specifically the mass deportation, the immigration issue, the fact that you are not allowed to have freedom of speech in this country, where you see ICE going in and taking people out of schools that just protested, something which I know for a fact that we as a people have done for centuries and hundreds of years, revolutionized, they say, from the Boston Tea Party to gain freedom and rights in this country when we were unfairly treated. You do have the right to speak up. It is your God given right to speak. You have done nothing wrong. But when you protest in low of your country being ethnically cleansed and destroyed, because I get it, we don't condone violence, kidnapping, and those things. But if 160 people is missing, I get it. If it was my own child, I would go to the ends of the earth and I'd want to probably scorch the earth too. But I would know to myself that destroying a whole entire race of people, two, 300,000 of them, killing innocent babies. Because, see, what they're not saying to you is that what you're seeing now is what happened after World War II when you see the Ottoman Empire was dismantled, how they came to get the land in the first place. So this runs very, very deep. And I'm not here to tell anybody which side to be on. But what you can't say is that if a person is Palestinian and he says, you are killing our babies, you are killing our children, you are destroying where I grew up, the place that I loved and where my family is at. And then you say, well, you know what? You're siding with Hamas. No, you're not saying that he's siding with what they did. He's just saying that the way that you are handling it is not correct. People know atrocities when they see it. You're trying to convince people and terrorize people into believing that if you speak out against anything that other ethnicities don't agree with, yes, we understand that you have the right to live and your children, but your children aren't more important than our children because these are our children. We're all human beings. All right. So your children aren't more important than those children over there. What we see with our eyes is an atrocity. They've teared the, not even tear, tore it down, blew it up, and telling people that they're going to go back and rebuild it. They're controlling the food that gets in there, the water gets in there. They do a little peace talk. Ramadan is over. All of a sudden, it's not even fully over, but there's another airstrike. You're killing more people. What? So how is this a way to say that we're creating peace? Because I know in the Word, the same Bible says that you will know that the peacemakers are the children of God. I don't see any peace being made. I don't see any attempts to make peace. So what you're telling me is that who you say you are, you're probably not. And I'm not saying for all people of the Jewish faith or people that's in Israel. You know why? Because the government is the government. The stuff that I see our government do here in the United States and how they get involved, we as a people don't agree with it. I can tell you that. A lot of the stuff that they do, we do not agree with. We want to tell them, mind your business, stop sending money overseas. You got stuff here that you need to handle. Stop worrying about it. Let everybody take care of themselves respectively. You can help, you can assist, you can aid, but don't act like you're coming in here to help everybody because you say that Israel is your ally, but you told them, listen, you're doing too much. Even the government said you're doing too much. Guess what? Israel said we're gonna do what we want anyway. So is that really an ally, or they just need you for the weapons and the things that you can supply? They're not. You know what I mean? So I don't want people to think that I'm pro Hamas or pro this or whatever the case may be. I'm pro human life. I know what I see. Now we have a digital world where you're able to record and see certain things. What happened 100 years, now maybe close to 100 years, but maybe 70 years ago, when they were taking over the lands and moving people out and then creating the state of Israel, is what you're seeing now. You just did not have the communication. So the media just made it seem like they just divvied up the land and it was all peaceful. I don't know anybody that would leave their home country and give it up to another set of people without there being a fight and a war. We're just seeing the way that it's done. So I wanted to speak on that because If you cannot speak up against atrocities against hum- human, this is the violation of human rights happening across the world, and nobody's speaking of it, then something is wrong. And if you speak of it, then you are anti-Semitic or you're pro-Hamas. No, that's not it. You're killing people's children. You keep killing people. You're blowing up schools and you're blowing up hospitals. And you're saying, well, Hamas leaders were over there. So that makes it right. The casualty of war is what? The soldiers and the people, right? But the people who are pushing the buttons in government is not right. So we know some people are pro for what they're going for. This is the way the government works. So I know not all the people of Israel. I've heard rabbis come out and say, this is not Judaism. This is not what it stands for. I knew that from the beginning anyway. So I don't look at Judaism as this is Judaism. What I'm looking at is the government want to implement what they want to implement, and the people are suffering. And what we do not want is to see that behavior is now mimicked and copied and brought back to other countries and other places. Because if you don't say nothing now, today for me, tomorrow for you. So please, I'm going to take the E out of emotion, y'all, and I'm going to have some motion, and we're going to pray for peace in the name of God, Yahweh. Bless.